Hello, everybody. Uh, Let me introduce myself. Mohanish Dusaria. I am assistant manager agronomist as well as heading the Maharashtra for research and development in Coromandel International Limited. So I hope you all are safe in the global pandemic that is COVID-19, and I hope that you will take care again next few months. So here we will discuss today the job opportunities in the fertilizer sector. Okay. So basically what we are talking today, how to get opportunities, how to get a job in the fertilizer sector. Here you can perform on the various roles in marketing, in sales, and R&D, in development, or in data collections, or so many roles are there that you can perform in the fertilizer sector. Definitely, uh, in many companies they are having opportunities for fresher as well. Few peoples and some students and some professionals, those are watching these videos and attending this seminar, they should have to know there are similar and parallel opportunities to fresher and as well as to experienced peoples. Yes, there is a more benefit for the experienced peoples that those peoples are getting they are having more opportunities if they are having a good experience in the fertilizer sector, because fertilizer sector is a very huge sector in agriculture. If we talk if we talk about the fertilizer sector as compared to other like CPC, means crop protection sector, seed sector, and another sector are coming through nowadays like e-commerce sectors like agrostar companies are there, those are providing doorstep deliveries to the farmer. So many companies are there like big basket. These are the e-commerce companies, those are based on the agriculture. There is also a good opportunities for the agriculture professionals. So let us start, and we will discuss how we have to develop ourselves to work in the private sector uh, as a professional, and many things we will cover in the seminar that will definitely help to grab opportunity for you guys in the future. So here is the top 10 fertilizer companies in the India. The first largest company in private sector, and also largest phosphatic fertilizer company which is producing phosphatic fertilizer in India, Coromandel International Limited. The office is in the Sikandarabad, and there are so many plants, production plants. The Coromandel International Limited comes under a Murugappa group. This is a group, business group, and the group consists of 28 companies, including Coromandel International Limited. So Coromandel International Limited is one of the largest private sector company in India, who is a biggest player in the phosphatic fertilizer in India. So second is the Deepak Fertilizers and Petrochemicals Limited. This is one of the finest company which is working in the fertilizer sector. And then Gujarat State Fertilizer Chemicals. The Gujarat State GSFC. Uh, this is actually based in the Gujarat, Baroda. The plant is in the Baroda, and Gujarat Fertilizer is operating all over the India and having a very good opportunities to work in the company. Then we will discuss the Chambal Fertilizer and Chemicals Limited, one of the oldest company and working very finely, having a good range of fertilizers and very good chances to the professional to work here in the sales and marketing. Then Rashtriya Chemicals and Fertilizer Limited, that we call RCF. So RCF is one of the biggest government company. RCF is a government company. You have to notice that. Then the fertilizers and chemicals Travancore Limited. This is the South Indian company and having a very good presence in the market. Then National Fertilizer Limited in the north, then Zuari Agrochemicals Limited, Mangalore Chemicals and Fertilizers, and Nagarjuna Fertilizers and Agrochemicals Limited, Hyderabad. These are the top 10 fertilizer companies in India. Those are operating all over the India, and they are having a foreign presence also. Means like for example Coromandel International Limited. The company is also having a presence in the other countries as well. So they changed their name from Coromandel Fertilizer Limited to Coromandel International Limited because they are Coromandel is MNC now, right? Multinational company. So you guys definitely know, and my purpose to show this slide is that you have to very good knowledge. You have to consume the knowledge. Which company are doing the best? Which company is largest? Which company is having a good product range? Which company is having a presence in the foreign companies? If you joining in the company and then you are having a good chance to work in the other countries as well. So whenever you are choosing to work in the company, you should have to know what are the base of the company. Okay, so basically you people need to learn about these companies, visit their websites, learn their products. So many study materials are available on their websites as well, and there is a one section in their website that is a contact or a career. So find the career, send your resume there, update your resume there. Whenever they are having an opportunity, their HR team will contact you, and you will get a good opportunity to work in the top 10 companies. These are the finest company in the India. And we are talking about earlier, we are talking about the fertilizer sector as compared to the CPC and seed company and other. So fertilizer is a very essential commodity, or you can say it is an essential goods. If your crop is having a very good nutritional status, if you are providing a good amount of nutrient or feed to your crop, then your crop will not suffer for any diseases and the minimal attack of the pest and diseases. So fertilizer is very essential. Seed seed is essential to sowing. After sowing or before sowing or at the time of sowing, you need to apply the fertilizers. There are three types of applications in fertilizers. One, soil application, that we call as a basal dose. Then the new technology, new concept, that is a fertigation, fertilizer with irrigation, we call it as a fertigation. Okay, and the third application is a foliar application, that is the spraying. So these three application methods are there, and all three applications are very important as far as the crop nutrition is concerned. Okay, so I hope you are understanding what are the roles of fertilizers, and what are the roles of nutrition, what are the 16 essential nutrients. So all these things you have learned that I'm communicating in next slides. But basically you need to focus on these 10 top 10 companies. I am also showing some other companies, those are not in the top 10 but very important in the Indian market, where you can also apply. Shriram DCM, this is one of the finest company, Shriram Farm Solution. Then the Fertis India, it is the subsidiary of the Nagarjuna, or you can say a sister company for the Nagarjuna. Yara Fertilizer, Yara Fertilizer is already a MNC company. You can also apply here, very good opportunities. Yara is having a very strong footprint in the India, having a very good products. And then Israel Chemicals Limited, that is ICL, one of the finest products, and you can say one of the very technical based company in India, and having a presence in all over world. Mosaic is one of the top 5 company in the world. K plus S Germany is also top 10 company in the world. SQM Chile, IPL Indian Potash Limited, then National Fertilizer Limited, then Tata Chemicals is also in the fertilizers, then Compo, Vanita Agro and Ranade. These are the few companies where you can have a very good chances and opportunities to work here. If you are fresher, if you are experienced, whatever you are having a knowledge about the fertilizer and the crop nutrition, you must have apply with these companies. These companies are having a very good products, they are having a very good technical knowledge, supporting and research oriented companies. Whenever you are thinking to work with the fertilizer sector, definitely you have to enlist companies, those are working in the India. Definitely you will get a good opportunities if you go and if you find a way thoroughly to join these companies. Okay, so basically my motto is, the first motto is to show these companies and the names of companies is to, like, you have to you have a basic idea about what are the companies are what are the companies are busy in the working in the fertilizer sector in India. Okay, so basically uh, note these companies, visit every company's website, find their career section, put your CVs there. Okay, whenever they are having opportunity vacancies in their companies on various roles, then definitely you will have a chance. They will definitely call you, and you will get a good opportunity there. Scope. So we'll discuss about the scope. I'm very simple. Okay, I'm not teaching you the very difficult things that you have to need. I'm just saying how to get a job in fertilizer sector and what are the opportunities and what roles are there, what you have to do. Okay, I'm not teaching you the anything like different graphicals and the charts and the digits and the datas and the statistics. I'm not into I'm not going into that. Okay, just simple, very simple, and keeping this as original as to you, that you people will find a good opportunities and it will help you definitely to make your career in this sector. Scope for the BSc Agri student. Okay, yes, there is definitely some limitation for the BSc Agri students, but BSc Agri students can grow once they will join in the company. Definitely, definitely means if your people BSc Agri guy joined as a sales executive on the ground level, the last person in the ground level, he can grow up to vice president of the company. Okay, there is no limitations as far as the work is concerned, but yes, there is a limitations when it comes, when the technical knowledge or technical things or technical operations, or you can say the research oriented work concern in the sector. So BSc Agri guys can do a marketing job. Okay, where you can having a daily conversation with the farmers, with the dealers, and you need to perform as a businessman. You have to be a very good communication skill, and then you need to be like behave very matured in that sector. When you people are joining in a marketing job in fertilizer sector, so fertilizer sector always need to be a very professional, very matured, because it is a very big business, not a small business. Thousands of crores companies are earning. Like for example, Coromandel is having a 13,000 crores of business per year. Okay, when you are handling a one territory or a one tehsil or a one district or one state or two three districts, you need to be a very professional. You need to be a very strong communication knowledge. You need to be a very mature in this job. Marketing job is a kind of job where you can learn so many things. For learning process to start your career, I can say in a life you have to do a job as a marketing job. Definitely, because when you are coming from the marketing job, I'm assuring you, you will never fail in any sector in any field. Okay, so marketing job is one of the finest and learning job, and this job can develop yourself, and you will get a very huge knowledge. And also, okay, if you are joining on the ground level, you are joining on the small position. Definitely, if you are having a good experience in the marketing job, after 5 6 7 8 years, you will be on the best position. So and I would like to tell you, I am working as a research and development person in a fertilizer sector, but still I have to report, I have to ask everything to the marketing person. Okay, so I'm not saying that my job is different, but I have something a different job, like technical, and I have to support very technically to the farmers and to the peoples those are working in the companies. But somehow I can say my boss is also a marketing person. So Definitely, marketing job is one of the finest job. Don't hesitate to do this job. Okay, there is a struggle in the earlier period, but once you will get the idea of the marketing in any sector, I am assuring you, you will definitely on the huge position. Then development job. Development is like developing the products, reaching out to the farmers, telling them how to use this product, and reaching out to the dealers, telling them how to sell the products, what are the contents of the products, what are the feature of the products. So you need to develop the things. You need to conduct a farmer meetings. You need to conduct a field days. You need to conduct a crop show, and you need to be in contact with the government organization like a KVK or universities and many other organizations. Those are like research centers and some private sectors. Those are working in the development. So this is also a very good job. If you don't want to be in marketing job, then development job is a very good, like development executive, development manager, area development manager, zonal development manager. Here marketing and development, this is the same, but there are two peoples and you need to work in collaborative. Like marketing people will just sell and market the products. Side by side, parallelly, you need to develop the market. Developing means you are rich. You need to reach as much as your customers, or you can say the last consumer. Sales, one of the finest job I can say. Who is a master in the sales, definitely he will be a huge in his career. Okay, data collections, there are so many jobs nowadays. Those are working on the data collection, like farmer data, how much his acreage, what crop he is getting, cropping system in his area, then what fertilizer he is using, what results are he is getting, what is his yield, what is the BC ratio he is getting. Okay, these all the data collection. And nowadays companies are appointing a personal or a separate person to handle this job, that is a data collection. Then farmers education, this is one of the important job nowadays. Then promotions, and promotions means like conducting farmer meeting, going into the market, going into the farm, going and supporting to the marketing team, and developing yourself to promote the products in the last consumer community. So this is also a very good job. Then technical support, yes, for BSc Agri peoples, technical support is having a, like there is less opportunities for the BSc Agri people students. Mm, Technical support means you need to be a very very high technical knowledge. Okay, means what are the 16 essential nutrients, what should be the NPK dose, what are the recommended dose of fertilizer for particular crops. You need to be a crop cycle. You need to know the physiology of the crop. You need to know about the the cropping pattern of that crop. Then practice of packages, and so many means when you are learning the package of practices for the each crop, then definitely you can support to the marketing team or development team or sales team. But for BSc Agri students, there are very rare chances to grab a technical support job in the private sector or in the fertilizer sector. So this is the scope for the BSc Agri students. Yes, this is the scope for the MSc Agri students. In fertilizer sector, I would like to tell you MSc Agronomy, MSc Pathology, and in some cases MSc in Extension. These three departments are majorly, and MSc Horticulture is as well. These three or four department students having more opportunities in the fertilizer sector. Agronomy, soil scientist. Sorry, I forget. MSc in soil science is one of the key peoples. Those are having a very good opportunities in the fertilizer sector. So don't forget about the soil scientist. Very high scope for the soil scientist peoples in the fertilizer sector. For MSc Agri students, definitely there are same up to the 7 point technical support. But for MSc Agri peoples, there are some more jobs after number 8, like research and development, trial agronomist, where you have to conduct the trials. Trials means Trial means that you have to taste the products. Okay, it is a scientific trials. Nutritionist, like I was talking about the soil science students, those are having a MSc soil science, they can get this job. Nutrition means you need to study about the nutrition of the crop. Okay, what are the nutrition the crop required, okay, what stage, and what are the nutritional requirements stage wise. Okay, what is the NPK content, what are the micronutrient content needed, what are the secondary nutrients needed for that crop. Technical trainers, this is the very important job that MSc Agri peoples can get this opportunity. Technical trainers means the person who can train to the farmers, to the marketing peoples, to the development peoples, to the sales people, to the data collection peoples, or promotion peoples. Okay, you need to train them technically. You need to train them about the crop. Okay, crop cycle, cropping pattern, crop growth, crop yield, management of the crop. Okay, everything means whatever the question arise, like irrigation, crop protection, insect pest, integrated pest management, integrated disease management, horticultural crops, everything you have to know. Then only you can get this technical trainer job and business development job. This is the one of the finest job that MSc Agri peoples can do. Development of the business is one of the important job role in private sector. Definitely this is very important. And MSc Agri peoples need to focus on research and development job, because they are having a masters in the science in agriculture. So my suggestion is, if you are MSc Agri, then you need to focus on research and development. But if you are getting other like job like agronomist job, then it is also a very good job. uh, there are some other jobs also in the for private sector, that is a commercial agronomist, you can say. Where you have to put your all the efforts to generate the business or generate the demands. Okay, so next is, I have put it one more slide here, the scope for the MBA Agri student. Okay, so MBA Agri student, those are getting the MBA degree in agriculture, like ABM, Agri Business Management. These people are having a same job role up to the 6, but after that, the 7th number is a sales economist, commercial economist, business development, and portfolio management. These are the separate roles for the MBA Agri students, and they are preferable to do this job in the sector. Okay, so those are MBA Agri. The people can focus on more on business development, portfolio management, commercial agronomist, sales agronomist. Uh, Marketing job, development job is also there for MBA Agri peoples, but including that, or you can say, uh, the plus point is these peoples will get a job directly on the big positions like business development manager, then portfolio management or manager, sales agronomist, senior sales agronomist, senior commercial agronomist. So these peoples can get these opportunities. In commercial agronomist, you need not to be a very high knowledge of the crops. Definitely you need to get a knowledge of the cropping patterns, nutritions, fertilizer, recommended dose of fertilizer. This knowledge is very important. Okay, but in that case, as far as the commercial and sales agronomist is concerned, you people need to focus more on sales and commercially. Commercial agronomist means who can generate the business, who can generate the demand in the farmer community, who can regularly visit the dealers, asking them about the product delivery, then you can say uh, the requirement of the product for the dealers. So this type of job you have to do here. Portfolio management means there are various portfolio. Okay, like there are products, some soil application product means fertilizers, there are types. Okay, the 50 kg bag is soil application grades, then 25 kg is a water soluble grades, and there are some package like 1 kg, 2 kg, 3 kg, 4 kg, 5 kg. These are the foliar grades, means for spraying grades. So there are different portfolio like soil applications, then fertigations. In fertigation there are again product wise portfolios, means there is a 10 products, then each product having a separate portfolio, so you need to manage a separate products. So definitely MBA Agri guys definitely having a very good scope in business development, portfolio management, sales economist, and commercial economist. Okay, so you need not to think on other job roles. If you are MBA Agri, think on the job roles. If there is opportunity in the fertilizer sector in mentioned companies, definitely apply there, do your job. Okay. How to get a job in fertilizer sector? Okay. For BSc Agri students, this is a common. You can BSc Agri, MSc Agri. I have mentioned the separate slide, but all the peoples need this knowledge. Okay. All you need to focus on the crop nutrition and the soil health. In BSc Agri, if you are oriented, or if you are thinking that you need to do a job in the private sector, definitely. Okay. If you are doing a job in the government sector, then you need not to focus on that. But in private sector, here you have to prove yourself. For proving yourself, you need a knowledge. So you need to focus what are the NPK, okay, micronutrients, macronutrients, roles of these nutrients, what are the essential nutrients. So you need to focus on that. Soil health, like what is the organic carbon, what are the electric conductivity, what is the soil pH, bulk density. These things you have to read, and you have to get a knowledge of that while you are studying in the BSc Agri. Need to read as much as you can about the soil and crop nutrition and agronomical practices. Okay, need to study about the fertilizer, what are the NPK grades, water soluble fertilizer, calculation of the fertilizer doses, and farm practices. This is very important. You need to learn about the calculation of the fertilizer doses. If there is a NPK dose of 100, then what product you have to select, and how you have to calculate the kg per hectare or kg per acre from these bags. You need not to tell farmers that you need to apply 100. For farmers, you need to tell you have to use 2 bags, 3 bags, 4 bags, 6 bags. Okay, in term of bags, you have to tell the farmers. If you are educating to the farmers for how to calculate, and the next further stage, like calculating from the recommended dose of fertilizer, then it is a different thing. If you are teaching to the farmers, then it is very good, but before that you need to study these things. Okay. Basically those are thinking to work in the fertilizer sector, definitely learn about the fertilizer, which company is producing which fertilizer, what is the fertilizer, what is the NPK. Okay, so need to, what is the water soluble fertilizer. Water soluble fertilizers means the fertilizer which we apply through the drip irrigation, or you can say your micro irrigation. Okay, then fourth number is a check out and understand the products company wise, visiting their website. You can visit the websites, okay, company websites, learn their products, everything is there. um, Read and understand the role of essential plant nutrients. Okay, I have already communicated this. You need to be a very strong communication knowledge, very strong communication knowledge. Your English should be a very good, your Marathi should be is very good, and your Hindi is also very good. Only when you can enter into the private sector. Please learn all three languages. Please work on your communication skills. You can also join, so many classes are nowadays in the market, where the people can working on communication development skills. Okay, act as a business personality. You need not to be like in government jobs, you need not to communicate very frequently with the peoples. If you are government officer, you need not to talk with the person, but you are in the private sector, you need to talk. Okay, you need to behave as a business personality. You need to be like, you have to dress up well, you have to behave well, your maturity should be 100%. You need not to be like mm, like doing jokes and okay, cracking a jokes in between the deals and person in business development activities. You need to be a very matured and should act as a business personality. Then computer knowledge is very essential nowadays. Your PPT, Excel, Word, these files are very important. Okay, so you need to learn the Excel, at least Excel and PPT. Okay, Word and these are the very easy, but Excel and PPT you need to be 100% in that. Maturity, that I have already communicated. Once you are entering into the farming, into the fertilizer sector, your maturity is very important. If you are visiting the farmer and you are not matured, farmer will analyze, अरे ये तो बच्चा है. Okay, then farmer will not entertain you. So when you are entering into the fertilizer sector, make sure you are behaving maturedly and strong rather than knowledge, means common knowledge, or you can say other knowledge rather than agriculture. It is very important when you are working in the fertilizer sector or any sector in private sector. Okay, this is a very important to take other knowledges when you are communicating dealers, when you are communicating farmers. You need to talk other things with them as well. Okay, then he will understand that okay, this guy is having a very good knowledge, means he is a good in the agriculture, or he is having a very good knowledge as well, so he will keep faith on you and he will take your product. This is almost same, but in MSc or MBA Agri, after computer knowledge maturity, in 11 point, those are MSc Agronomy, MSc Pathology, MSc Soil Scientist, MSc Extension. These people's mostly MSc Agronomy, who is working, who is doing MSc Agronomy. The person, the student, 100% know about the RBD, FRBD, okay, split plot. This trial knowledge is very very important. Okay, when you are working in the research and development and you are coming into the private sector, you need to learn about the RBD trials, what are the trials protocols, how to measure the lands, okay, how to initiate the trials. These things you have to focus, and your trial knowledge should be 100%. Statistical analysis, okay, this is very very important. But if you are not perfect in the degree time, then you can come into the fertilizer sector or any sector of when you are conducting a trial and you are not knowing how to conduct the trials, people will teach you. Okay, company is having a self training department where you will get a training how to conduct the trials and not. But if you are having a previous knowledge, then it is a added one, and you will having a preference to selection in the interview. Technical and actual knowledge of the crop production and business development tricks. MBA Agri students, definitely you people need to develop yourself in the business development tricks. Okay, uh, let us talk something different rather than this. There is always two fields. Okay, one is a sleeping field and one is a non-sleeping field. Sleeping means what? The field, the 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 sector which sleeps. Okay, जो सो जाता है और जो नहीं सोता, इसमें कौन सी फील्ड आएंगी? Those are sleeping means like your computer, your software, your mobile, then your furniture business, then your luxurious business. Those business are not essential, or like your construction business. These are the sleeping businesses. वो कभी भी सो सकता है. Then and there are another non-sleeping businesses like agriculture never sleeps, medical never sleeps. Okay, your grocery, your kirana, okay, these are the never sleeping businesses. So fortunately we are in the agriculture where the business never sleeps. Okay, so definitely sleeps. The one of the finest example I have with you, if you are 100 rupees in your pocket, last 100 rupees, and your mobile balance, your recharge is ended up, and your stomach is also empty, you are hungry. Okay, you are hungry and you have 100 rupees, what you will do? You will eat or you will recharge your mobile phone, right? So you will eat. Okay, this is the perfect example for sleep and non-sleeping sectors. So you are in the non-sleeping sector, crops are 24/7 standing in the field. Okay, your crops are there for 24 hours for you. You need to be a 24/7 wake up all the time. You are very fortunate, you are lucky that you are in the non-sleeping sector. So definitely there is a huge chances, there are huge opportunities, and nowadays companies are hiring more because they are generating more business. Farmer also started to grow their self to adapt to new technologies. So basically what I'm telling to you guys, you need to focus how you have to develop yourself. Okay, basically when you are, it is a matter of it is a matter of your choice where you have to go in the future. Either you will select in the government job, or you will come into the private job, or you will be a self-employed. You can be yourself as a businessman. But I will discuss some advantage and disadvantage of the private sector and the government sector. Nowadays there is a no pension whenever you are in the government, or you are in the private sector. And one benefit is there in the working in the private sector. Okay, what is the benefit? You can you can earn as much as in the private sector. If you are having a talent, if you are having a good efficiency, then you can multiply your salary, double, triple, 4 times, 10 times in limited years. For example, I was having experience of 7 years in the field. When I joined in the private sector, my salary was, for example, 10 rupees salary I have. For example, I am saying, because salaries are confidential. I cannot, you know, uh, disclose this. Okay. When I joined, I have 10 rupees salaries, and in 7 years I have multiplied my salary 7 times. Okay, means 7 8 times I have multiplied. Now I am getting a like a 70 80 rupees of salary, for example. Okay, if you are in the government and you are joining on salary like 10 rupees, and in 7 years, most to most you will get a 2 rupees or 3 rupees hike on your salary, or most to most 10 rupees. Means in spending 7 years in the government, you will be still there as far as the salary is concerned. Yes, there is a fame, there is a socially acceptable job in governments. Okay, people will attract to you. But in private sector, if you are from middle class family, definitely you need to earn the money. For my advice is, if you are from a middle class family, if you are not aspiring for the government job, definitely come here in the private sector. We need the people, those are very multi-talented, and earn as much as you can. Okay, if you want to earn, if you want to get a good salaries, then private sector is always there for you. In government sector there are limitation for the salaries and all the things. Yes, definitely there are socially acceptable, socially fame is there in the private in the government sector. That is the different thing. Job security, as far as the job security is concerned, no company in a current days, no agriculture company will ask you to left the company, because all the agriculture companies are growing nowadays. Okay, so definitely there is a high, very high job security in private sector nowadays. This was the previous years. Companies was um, companies are down, then their shares are down, then they are asking to their employees to leave the companies. But nowadays this is not happening in any company. In my 7 years of experience, my career, I have never heard that any company asking their laborers, their employees to leave the companies. So there is a very good security nowadays in the private sector in agriculture field, because it is a non-sleeping and it is a essential goods oriented sector. So definitely you can come, you can enter. For fertilizer sector, what is the requirement you need to be follow, that I am already communicated here. Okay, whatever the problems, for any questions, you can reach out to me on my email id, that is mvdagricos@gmail.com. And thank you very much. So basically, if you have any problem, just mail me. Okay. uh, so thank you very much, and have a good day. Please take care yourself. You are having a very good life. Take care your family, take care yourself, and be safe. Thank you very much. Signing off, Mohanish.